What do you say to your best friend if you know they're about to make the biggest mistake of their life?
Ooh. Yikes.
Like,
gotta talk, bro.
Alexis, what did you tell Brooke right before she wore those pants that we talked about last week? Behind her back?
Jeff, I didn't have a chance to talk to her yet.
Oh, you didn't even
They're
see?
cute.
You can't handle the confrontation.
Yeah, they're really cute.
And you can't borrow them.
Okay, darn.
darn.
Oh, no.
I
What a
love
loss
them.
for everyone. I only ask because one of our listeners is worried that one of her besties is about to become the most hated person in their friend group and then possibly the most hated person on the entire internet.
What?
And it's touchy because her friend is a bride, but she's willing to come on the show and tell us about it in exchange for a little help with your brand new Awkward Tuesday phone call next.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
You know, I heard someone say being a bridesmaid is basically like being in a very expensive cult.
What?
There's matching outfits, one really strict leader, lots of emotional chanting,
Yeah.
and you have to financially ruin yourself to prove your loyalty.
That's a good point.
I've personally never been one, but Alexis, is that description relatively
I
close?
have been in many cults.
Yeah. How much red
Bridal
Kool-Aid
cult.
did you drink?
Too much.
Yeah.
Not around the dresses, Brooke.
I mean, it was mixed with vodka.
That's
but-
right.
Okay, now we're
Yeah.
talking.
I'm probably missing a lot of the tears and the choreographed dances that come with it too, but you do get the general idea. Because yes, it is an honor, but it can also be a challenge.
It really depends on who the bride is.
That's true.
I mean, honestly.
Because you can all of a sudden now you're signed up. Oh, bachelorette party in another state or country.
Yeah.
You don't know.
It's different for every single person, and that's why our listener Shannon says she needs our help today with a bridesmaid situation.
Wait.
Shannon, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Are you the bridesmaid, Shannon?
I am one of the bridesmaids, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool, what an honor.
Yeah, I originally thought it was an honor, but now it's getting a little weird, a little stressful.
Uh-oh.
Can we ask before we get into it how you know the bride?
So we've been friends for ever, since kindergarten.
Oh, lifelong friend.
Oh, wow.
That's always one of those where you're like, are you still really that close, or is it just,
It's
sometimes
so rare.
it can go either way.
It's one of those we don't have to talk every day. We don't live in the same state anymore, but
Okay.
when we get together,
Yeah.
it's like no
Yeah.
time has passed.
Yeah,
Love
Okay.
that.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So what's going on with the bride?
So here's the thing. She recently got engaged to her boyfriend, and she asked me to be a bridesmaid. Of course, I said yes. So then a few days later, I get this email, and it has an attachment, and it's a bridesmaid contract.
Oh,
A contract?
Whoa.
Yes.
Like an NDA?
that's business-like, or just like you're going to actually follow through and pay for this stuff.
What?
So it outlines all her expectations of being part of the wedding.
Oh, interesting. It probably came from somebody told her some advice somewhere was like,
Yeah.
lay out what your expectations are and then you won't have any drama.
I've been sent a PowerPoint before.
Have you?
Yeah, but she's
Wow.
a teacher, so it's her thing.
Oh,
you know,
really?
yeah, on
Was there a snack
nails
break?
and outfits and what we are expected. Yeah.
Oh.
When I heard that, I thought it was a joke.
No.
But that's something that actually
Well, for a guy, it may be a
Well,
joke.
a contract is a little different than a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
What did it say?
So I actually have it in front of me, so I'm going to read you some of these.
Okay.
One is attendance, mandatory for all pre-wedding events, including dress fitting, bachelorette party, bridal shower, and spontaneous gatherings.
What?
Oh, what?
Spontaneous.
I mean,
What the heck?
that can't be you. You live in another state. There's no way you can make.
Spontaneous. I can't be spontaneous. How am I supposed to do that?
Well,
You buy a flight last second?
if you actually cared about her, then you wouldn't make it happen.
Stop
But
it. I even think the dress fitting is ridiculous.
Oh, this is a good one, too. Weight management must fit into dress as is.
No.
Diet accordingly.
No.
Yikes.
No.
Yes.
okay, but that one I can kind of understand because you want to look good in the photos, right?
Get out of here,
No,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Leave. No one.
No one wants to look good in
No.
photos?
There's no weigh in before a wedding, okay?
I didn't
dude,
hear weigh in. I just
that
said
is
must fit into your
basically-
dress.
No,
It
diet.
says diet accordingly.
Okay. Maybe that did
Well,
cross a
that
little.
triggered me, Jeff. Obviously.
We
Okay.
couldn't tell. You're hiding it very well.
right. I'm afraid to even continue to ask if there's
Oh,
anything
no.
else on the
It
list.
gets better, guys.
Oh God. Okay.
Groom proximity. No flirting, joking, or standing too close to the groom. No exceptions.
Okay, you know what? Now I have to draw the line.
Wait a minute, Brooke.
That's a weird thing that you would even have to say.
It's your best friends. That's
know.
so weird.
Has he cheated or something?
Yeah, is there history? I'm with Jose on
Like
that
he
one.
may have cheated, so now
No.
she's watching him all the time.
No?
Not as far as I know. I know she has one of her bridesmaids is a little bit of, let's say, maybe a trollop.
Ah, a little scallywag.
What is that word ever?
A trollop?
Scallywag, a floozy.
So maybe that rule was specifically designed for that particular bridesmaid.
Maybe. But
Okay.
here's the one that really irks me too. Financial commitment. You're expected to contribute a minimum of $2,000 towards attire, events, travels, and gifts.
Wow.
And at the bottom, it says to sign it and return within 24 hours or else penalties would occur.
This has got to be a
Penalties?
joke. Are you
It's
sure you
not,
haven't
but it's
talked to her and
not.
she's like, ha, ha, ha?
No, I'm literally on a group chat with all the girls. They think she is out of her mind. So I'm reaching out to you guys because they're all like pushing me because I've known her the longest to have
Yes.
the conversation with her.
Yes, you're forming a bridesmaid union. You're going to rise up and fight against the man.
Oh my
I
gosh.
like it.
This situation sounds pretty serious, which is great that we're putting it in an awkward Tuesday where Jose can contribute his knowledge and advice on
I am
bridesmaids.
so scared to talk. Like, if you guys, I am like, in between Brooke and Jeff, I am so scared.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think here's the thing. This is a really important conversation because the bride is a little out of her mind. She's alienating all of her closest people, and someone needs to tell her that's what's happening.
Yeah, maybe that someone should be Brooke because
That's
she
what I was
feels the
gonna say.
strongest
I
about
don't want
it.
to be the one to do it.
By the way, Shannon, what is the bride's name?
Oh, yeah.
Tara.
Tara.
Tiara,
Oh,
like
no.
a tiara.
The first part of terrible. That's not good. So
Do not say that.
I'm not going to say it.
Tiarable is a great name.
So let's circle the wagons here, team.
That's a fun term.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to come up with some top-notch advice to give Shannon before she calls the bride to confront her about the bridesmaid
Ooh.
contract.
Ooh, get your wagons
Say,
ready.
you've gone too far,
That's
girl.
right.
Thank you.
We're going to do it with your Awkward Tuesday phone call right after this. Hold on.
It's awkward.
It's Tuesday.
It's Awkward Tuesday phone call.
We just heard from a bridesmaid. Her name is Shannon, who told us about her friend's extremely reasonable bridesmaid contract that she sent out
Contract.
to the whole bridal party. Some of the clauses in there include minimum dollar amounts required in order to participate, weight restriction rules, and limits on groom proximity.
Oh.
Now,
Dang.
again, I've never been a bridesmaid before, but if I was, I would think that'd be pretty normal stuff.
No, Jeff.
I would
Out
think
of here, Jeff.
Brooke
You-
tends to
flags.
disagree.
No,
she
you're
has a
being
little bit more
sarcastic.
experience with this stuff than me. But the bottom line is Shannon has been nominated by the entire group to call the bride and talk her down from some of the expectations
Yes.
laid out in the contract.
Yes.
That's why she needs a little bit of advice before she does it. Brooke, we're going to start with you. What advice do you have for Shannon?
Okay, first, Shannon, the most important thing is you need to come to her as her friend. Okay?
Yeah.
This call is because you've got her back and she hasn't thought all of this through yet. Like, of course, all the bridesmaids are going to sign it. But what if this document, this contract got leaked on social media? This bride would become
controversy.
literally the most hated person on the internet.
Yeah.
And not only is that not deserved, but like, it's also like such a distraction from her big day.
Okay,
you know,
so-
she has this little window right now.
What's
I
the
see.
advice?
The advice is to threaten to leak it onto the internet.
No,
that's
And
a
embarrass
no.
her.
The advice is to tell her you have this little window right now to just tell everybody it's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
She has a chance to back out. What do you think about that, Shannon?
She's not one to back down, but I do think that if people found out, I would hope that she would maybe see that it's a
That's
little
why
crazy.
you got to set it
Yeah.
up that way before you ask her to tell it
The
it's a
text board
joke.
is blowing up right now, so a lot of people have opinions. on it.
Okay, so there's one piece of advice for you. Now, Jose has already said that he is too scared to give any opinion one way or the
I
other.
don't want to be in the room because I feel like a lot of drama's about to happen and Brooke's going to yell.
That's fair. So instead, we're going to go to Alexis, the bridesmaid expert.
Oh. Makes sense.
I don't know why you're asking me because I probably would have already signed it and just sent it back because I'm too scared to do anything.
Okay, a lot of fear.
So true.
Oh,
She
I'm
is
first
such a
to send it
pushover,
back.
dude.
Yeah, but if you are brave enough to confront the bride, then be like, you are going to be a great bride. I love your plans.
I'll gas her up
And
a
then
little.
go into like, but you're a little psycho. But that's what I love about you. You know?
But that's what I love about
I don't know.
you.
Just like,
Yeah.
you gotta have a balance.
You've never had a confrontation with any one of your friends,
No,
have you?
obviously not.
You cannot say
Alexis,
the
don't
word.
back down like that already. Come on.
Maybe
Okay,
just sign
fine.
it, actually.
What do you okay. So it sounds like say some sweet things, compliment her a little bit before you bring the criticism.
Like some compliment sandwiches.
There you go.
Yeah, nobody ever sees through those.
Although the compliment sandwiches might be a problem with the weight restrictions. So go easy on the
These
sandwiches.
better be hors d'oeuvre cucumber sandwiches.
Either way, now we're going to call the bride, Tara, here, and we will step back and let you make your call.
Oh,
Just
my gosh.
keep the advice in mind and
I'm
know
scared.
that we have your back, too. We're going to jump in if you feel like you need a little help, okay?
I'm really nervous. My hands are sweating, but thank you for your advice.
Remember, this is your friend,
Yes.
so you have the benefit of the doubt.
At least act that way. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey.
Who's this?
Oh.
Girl, it's Shannon.
Did you get a new number or something? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I had to use it. My phone's being funny, so.
Huh. It's interesting because Melanie texted me earlier and she said that you're going to call because there's something about the wedding. And honestly, I'm starting to feel some type of way because none of you guys have signed the contract and the deadline's tonight at midnight. So what's going on?
I didn't know she'd do that. Of course she would. Maybe we just dive in. First of all, very excited for the big day. We all are.
Yeah, you should be. It's going to be amazing. I got to be honest, though, you sound kind of full of shit right now. What?
No, listen, I love your enthusiasm for your big day, and I just kind of wanted to maybe have a little conversation about said contract.
Let's get to the point, okay? You know, I mean that in the most loving and constructive way possible. But listen, girl, come on, I don't have time for this. What's up?
Okay, well, like number one, the weight management thing. Amber's trying to get pregnant, and you've got this girl terrified if she's to get pregnant because she's like, I can't gain any weight, and that's a problem.
She's not having twins, is she? She'll be fine.
No. Listen, your dress is kind of form-fitting. She's never going to hide. If by the time your wedding comes, she would be pretty pregnant.
I'm not really liking your tone. Girl, let me tell you something. I went to Shayna's wedding in a hot pink bridesmaid dress put together with duct tape. So the least y'all bitches can do for me is show up sober and symmetrical. And I do not think that is too much to ask.
I like that.
Wow.
You know how like things hit the internet? Like what if one of these girls talks about it or posts about it and then you're going to look like this crazy bridezilla?
First of all, I can't believe that you would. Wouldn't you really do that to me?
I wouldn't.
I held your hair back in Vegas.
Okay, first of all, we weren't going to talk about that. We made a pact about it.
Well, we're not going to leak anything online either.
Tara, I adore you. I love you. I'm coming from a place of love and friendship. Just take a breath. The groom part, like the no flirting or talking or, I can't even look his direction. Like that's a little bizarre.
Listen. You and I both know who has hoish tendencies.
And we do know
you
that.
And I both know that is not directed at you. I'm not going to say who's surface. Listen, there is no compromising on that.
Okay, well that one, fine, leave that one. But like the minimum $2,000 and the travel and the no missing event, like I don't live in the same state, so that might be a problem.
It might be a problem, but it's not my problem, baby girl. Listen,
oh man,
I deserve a perfect day, and by God, I'm gonna have it.
Awkward.
Dang.
What the is going on?
Oh, God.
There she
I
is.
told you.
Hey.
I told you that was way too casual.
No.
Tara-
Shannon!
Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon's there, and so is
All
a
right.
radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You're on the radio right now, Tara.
Hi, good morning, Tara.
don't.
All right, but like in my defense,
my God.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold
It's okay.
up.
Everything's okay.
Hold up. She was just scared on how to bring this up, so she needed some help, and that's where we came in. It was all out of, like she said, love and friendship. That's where we're coming from.
Answer my question. Who the is this?
That's Brooke.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
That's Brooke from Brooke and
I'm
Jeffrey.
Brooke. And
Ooh, Shannon. Ooh.
Another girl.
No, it's okay.
I'm pulling up today. I'm pulling up on you today. I am
pulling up on you.
Okay.
Hold on. This is a station in my town, not yours. So we don't even know you. There's no connection.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That makes it so much better.
All she's asking, Tara, is if maybe you would consider re-looking over your contract with the girls because it's kind of intense for some of them.
All of us want to be in your wedding. We're all going to go sign the contract. But I feel that if this is kind of how things are going to go, we just got to tone it a smidgen. And I don't do well with confrontation, and I'm very sweaty palms. My armpits are very sweaty.
It's true. I know you are bright red right now. Like, I know.
Girl, and I'm like, I'm sweating, in all my crevices.
And that's good for the weight loss part of the contract that you set out. So see, she's trying. What do you think, though, Tara? Do you think that maybe you would consider...
Okay.
Look,
Wait, just
I know it's a lot to ask, but it would mean a lot to Shannon and to all of the bridesmaids if you'd sit down with them and just go over the rules and maybe make a couple amendments so it works better for everybody.
We'll talk about it, okay? We can talk about it.
okay.
All
That's
right.
progress.
I'll take it.
I'm going to tell you right now, though, the groom is staying, bitch.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we know that. No one wants to.
Apparently, you
Brooke.
guys have a really questionable best friend in the mix here.
We love her. She's just a little hellish.
Okay.
Put the feelings to her.
You have her for the plot. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have got one.
Wait, I don't think I have anyone that will take my man.
Uh-oh, you're looking at her.
That's not what I meant, Brooke, but okay.